Today on WBLN News, there's some trouble in New York salt mines. Ethan Couch's mother is in jail, and the middle school gold basketball team wins again. All this and more coming up right now.
Morning, Belen. I'm Joaquin here with you solo.
And I'm Stephen Kayas, and welcome to this edition of WBLN for today, January 8th, 2016.
Attention juniors and junior parents, we will be hosting Junior College Day on Saturday, January 9th at 8:30 a.m. Please make sure to register on time.
Junior College Day is taking place this Saturday, and students and parents can expect to have a nice and informative day. The day is going to start off with a mass, then we're going to have light breakfast, and then we're going to move back into the Roca Theater where the students and parents are going to hear from representatives from the University of Miami, the University of Central Florida, Tulane University, and University of Chicago. And each of the representatives are going to be talking not only about their respective schools and what admissions looks like at their schools, but they're going to be talking about different aspects of the college application process. So it should be a very informative day for everybody.
Senior parents, we will once again host our Financial Aid Night FAFSA workshop on Wednesday, January 13th at 7:30 p.m. in the Coscuela Hall.
The Ramon Guiterres Library is encouraging students to visit the Martin Luther King display, including books about his life, throughout the month of January. Next month, the library will be featuring many of the books that have been specifically chosen for Black History Month.
In national news, 17 workers were trapped inside a New York salt mine yesterday. Emergency crews have been able to rescue 12, however, 5 still remain trapped underground. The Lansing Fire Department and Cargill mine staff have been working hard trying to rescue all the miners since 10:20 p.m. during this time. During this time, first responders have been lowering food, water, blankets, and other supplies to the workers. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported.
The mother of Affluenza teen Ethan Couch is back in Texas. She arrived at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport Thursday afternoon, 2 days after the Los Angeles judge approved her extradition. Here you see her handcuffed, being escorted from a van into a jail. She faces a charge of hindering the apprehension of a felon. It comes more than a week after Mexican authorities detained her son in a Pacific resort town. A warrant was issued for Ethan Couch's arrest after his probation officer could not reach him. Before he went to Mexico, Ethan Couch was on probation for killing 4 people in a drunken driving accident in 2013, when he was 16. At the time, many were outraged that a judge did not sentence him to prison. Critics slammed his now notorious Affluenza defense. Trial testimony suggested he was too rich and spoiled to understand the consequences of his actions. Ethan Couch is still in Mexico. His return to the U.S. depends in large part on whether he decides to contest his deportation.
Marking 1 year after the Charlie Hebdo massacre, a man has been shot and killed outside a police station in the French capital, in the north of the city. A French Interior Ministry spokesperson said that the man was wielding a knife. Upon attempting to enter the police station, the man screamed, "Allahu Akbar." Police say he was wearing a fake suicide vest.
Well, it's finally here. Thank God it's Friday. Now, there are only 3 clubs meeting today. The Chess Club will meet at 3 p.m. in room F208. Rho Kappa will meet at 3 p.m. in room H211. And the Mall UN will meet at 3 p.m. in room H213. It's time for those pesky New Year's resolutions, and the federal government is lending some advice. According to a new report, you need to cut way back on sugar. Is this news? The 2015 to 2020 guidelines for Americans recommends limiting the amount of added sugars in our diet to no more than 10% of daily calories. That's about 12 teaspoons of sugar a day. To put that in perspective, a can of Coke contains about 10 teaspoons. According to the new report, Americans on average get about 13% of daily calories from added sugars. Teens get about 17%. The natural sugar in foods such as raisins, apples, or milk are not considered added sugars. Diesel Damon and a Scandal star, Tio Rosell, have more.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
Vin Diesel stole the show at the People's Choice Awards, invoking his friend, the late Paul Walker, as he accepted 2 awards for Furious 7.
You would be amazed what you can do with love. You'd be amazed how powerful a force that is. When we didn't want to come back to filming when the tragedy was too heavy, it was the love of everyone combined that saw us through to the end, and now I'm standing here with all of you telling me this was your favorite film of the year.
I gotta figure out how to grow 4 years worth of food here on a planet where nothing grows.
The Martian star Matt Damon has a shot at an Oscar nomination for Best Actor. But don't expect him to vote for himself. On the Today Show, Damon said there are other performances he'd give the award to. And he's more concerned that Martian director Ridley Scott finally wins an Oscar. And Kerry Washington is headed to Harvard. The school's Hasty Pudding theatricals have named the Scandal star their 2016 Woman of the Year. The honor goes to performers who make a lasting contribution in entertainment and includes a parade through Harvard Square and a celebratory dinner. Recent honorees include Helen Mirren and Amy Poehler.
Thank you, Theo. Now on to weather and sports right after these messages.
Good morning, Belen. Let's take a look at your radar. So there's going to be a lot of clouds coming over, and it's going to be a really wet weekend. Let's take a look at your highs and lows for today. It's going to be a high of 80 and a low of 70 with winds at 9 miles per hour coming from the south-southeast, and it's going to be partly cloudy. Let's take a look at your highs and lows for the weekend. On Saturday, it's going to be a high of 82 and a low of 69 with a 50% chance of rain. On Sunday, a high of 80 and a low of 62 with a 60% chance of rain. And then on Monday, a high of 73 and a low of 63 with a 50% chance of rain. That's all for your weather.
Congratulations to the middle school blue basketball team on their win Thursday against Westminster Christian. Andy Chavez continued his year-long strong play with 16 points. Alex Boban had the hot hand, hitting 3 threes to finish the game with 11 points. The blue team will be back in action next Wednesday against Westminster. The middle school gold team continued their winning ways by defeating Westminster Christian 53-22. Mario Cobo led the Wolverines with 13 points, while Sal Stewart contributed 8 points of his own. Point guard Sean-Luc Beaubien added 7 points. The team remains undefeated on the season with a record of 16-0. The 8th grade gold basketball team will play in the ACC Championship Finals held at St. Brendan Senior High School. Belen will play Our Lady of Lourdes. The game is scheduled for 1:45 p.m. The freshman basketball team will participate in the North Broward Prep Tournament. Belen Jesuit will host a junior varsity basketball tournament starting at 4 p.m. Tickets go on sale today. Belen Jesuit will play Christopher Columbus in basketball at the UM Bank United Center on Friday, January 15, 2016. The JV game begins at 6 p.m. followed by the varsity game at 7:30. Advanced student tickets can be purchased at the bookstore for $10 each and adult tickets for $15, each until noon on January 15th. Student tickets are limited and will be sold at a first-come, first-served basis. Preferred parking passes are also being sold at the bookstore for $5. All tickets on game day will be $20 at the arena. Yesterday, the JV soccer team went head-to-head against Ransom. Christopher Ponce scored 1 goal, which was enough as the Wolverines' defense held off Ransom for the win. The final score was Belen 1, Ransom 0. The varsity soccer team will host North Miami Beach at 3:30 p.m. The JV soccer team will play in the Columbus tournament. The varsity soccer team will host Jacksonville Bishop Kenny Senior High School at 12 p.m. Congrats to Ariel Jimenez, Fernando Pujals, Andres Guisasola, Gio Menacal, Carlos Rodriguez, John Highland, Max Fernandez, Sebastian Lader, Tavish Rice, Joe Garcia, Daniel Portuondo, John Powell, and Pablo Venegas, who were selected to play in the 7th annual private versus public all-star high school football game. This game will take place tomorrow, Saturday, January 9th at 6:30 p.m. at MacArthur High School, 6501 Hollywood Boulevard, Hollywood, Florida. Tickets are $10, which also includes a raffle ticket for a hoverboard/Segway. Parking will be $3. For more info, please visit www.truesports.com. All middle school students interested in participating in the track and field, there will be a meeting today after school at the track. The meeting will be at the bleachers. Lacrosse team tryouts for varsity continue today at 3:30 p.m. Junior varsity tryouts will take place tomorrow, Saturday, at 11 to 1 p.m. Middle school tryouts are Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. If a student or parent has any questions, please contact Coach Belando at 786-488-9279. The varsity wrestling team will participate at the McCarthy tournament, and Belen will host their annual alumni baseball game at 1 p.m. Ken Griffey Jr. may not be playing baseball anymore, but he continues to break records. He joined Mike Piazza as the new inductees into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Griffey had a 99.3% of voters to place him on their ballot. Griffey played for the Mariners, Reds, and White Sox. Mike Piazza played for the Dodgers, Mets, Marlins, and A's. Congrats to both players. The Florida Panthers extended their win streak against the Ottawa Senators last night with a 3-2 victory. Riley Smith and Vinny Trocheck each had a goal only 8 seconds apart. Alexander Barkov added another goal late in the game. Roberto Luongo had 30 saves on 32 shots, and the Panthers play again on Sunday at 9:30 against the Edmonton Oilers. That's all for sports. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Carlos. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for all the latest news and pictures. I'm Joaquin Solo.
And I'm Stephen Calles. And from everyone here at WBLN, have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and stay golden, Wolverines.